On a day dedicated to gratitude and families, we check in with a local teacher whose story grabbed national attention 4 years ago. At that time, she was trying to get the cancer treatment her insurance company did not want to cover. Thankfully, she won that battle and has her life to be grateful for this year. Now her focus is bringing her family together forever. Kim Christensen and photojournalist Brian Willey tell us this time Julie Del Duca hopes her story will get international attention.
You just want to make sure that you say kind things.
When super strength and compassion meet, you'll often find a tender-hearted warrior. At Normandy Elementary School, she's known as Mrs. Del Duca, the teacher who decorates her classroom with frogs, reads the best stories, and used to wear a purse with her medicine tucked inside.
I mean, she's the strongest person I know.
You guys helped me get through my sickness.
Just over 4 years ago, Julie Del Duca was teaching and fighting to live. Diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, she wasn't ready to give in, even when her insurance company denied the treatment her doctor suggested.
Can't think about my real life when I have 25 of these guys running around needing my attention. So we need to be thinking about friendships.
Julie prevailed. After multiple attempts, she got the treatment she needed, and it worked.
She's my little rock star.
Cancer made Julie and Derek's marriage even stronger. It robbed Julie of the privilege of giving birth, but didn't diminish her dreams. Even after dozens of adoption agencies in the United States turned them down because of her cancer, Julie and Derek found their family. Diego and Mateo, 2 boys in the same orphanage, a half a world away.
Diego is sweet and he is curious. He wants to love you and he wants to get love. He's amazing, and he's, I know every parent says this, but he's smart. He really is, and he just wants to see how things work. You kiss your brother? And then the baby, Mateo, he really came out of his shell, and he loved playing with his brother.
This summer, they traveled to Haiti to see them, knowing the adoption process could take months, maybe years. When it came time to leave, Julie couldn't go. She offered to stay a few weeks and teach.
They don't have the opportunity. I showed them they're surrounded by water, and they didn't know where in the world they were. Their world is the orphanage. To see the beauty in these kids and that they're so smart. They called me Miss Julie. Miss Julie, when are you leaving?
Then the time came to go home, alone. The goodbye was excruciating.
I went to say bye to Mateo, and he was asleep. It sounds awful, but they're in cages, really, because there's tops to them, and it makes sense. They're in an institution and it's safety. But so I stick my hand through the cage to put his hand on mine, and he just started screaming, and it was awful. And so I just said, "I love you." And they turned away and walked out, and I could hear him screaming at the top of his lungs all the way down the hall.
This is Julie's new fight for her family.
Here I am, a mother 2,500 miles away from my kids, and nothing is in my control. Here I was fighting to get a treatment that I needed and fighting to stay alive. And you know, I truly believe, looking back, that God kept me alive for this purpose, was for these kids.
The tender-hearted warrior, better known as Mom. Kim Christensen, 9 News.
Julie's husband, Derek, just returned from Haiti this week. Officials are still not giving them a firm date as to when their sons will be released to them. No matter, Julie and Derek plan to visit every 8 weeks until they can bring the boys home. Incidentally, November is National Adoption Month.